Wonderful, wonderful. So, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, lovely friends. Thank you very much for joining me. And you are live with me here on the Aswa Radio Network, Ivana Psychic Radio, and Moonstruck TV. And you are watching and tuning into, listening to this show, Zsuzsanna Medium Show. And I'm your host, Zsuzsanna Medium, and it's good to be back. Now, today I am going to take one call. One of you is going to get through to us or through to me today. But while we are waiting, I thought I'm just going to tell you a few things. You see, so this last weekend, a couple of days ago, we celebrated Easter and we sent cards to each other. And I received a beautiful, beautiful card, which I'd like to show you. And that is Easter greetings. And then that came from my Auntie Julia from Yorkshire, and then my cousin Susie. So I'd like to say thank you, a big thank you for my card. But then while I'm talking about the card, now let's see if I can bring it closer to us, to the camera. Mr. Producer Dave, I do apologize for it, but here we go. So as you can see on this card, we've got the traditional hen and then the egg, and then we've got the rabbit, and then we've got the flowers, and then we've got a beautiful, beautiful background, and we also have a little lamb. And then you see, this card made me think, how can I use it for psychic readings? How can I use it for intuitive work? And you see, that is an invitation for you, because we can use anything, not just our tarot cards or oracle cards, but we can use anything, any object to put our focus onto and really start working with our intuitive and psychic abilities. And then you see, while I was looking at this card, let's see if I can show you this. While I was looking at the card, just notice some of the characters are in the center. Some of the characters are on the edge of this little circular path here, if you can see. Some of them, or one of them, this little lamb here at the bottom, little lamb at the bottom, my left hand and my left side. So here we go. So there's a lamb by itself, and then we've got a hare, and then we've got a hen, and then you see all the characters. It made me think, if you start working with somebody, or if you are working with your own energy, which energy or which character are you identifying yourself with? Where is your attention going immediately? Are you looking at the nurturing hen, sitting very comfortably and then waiting for what is going to happen, or like the hare, where the hare can jump, the rabbit can jump, being in action and being curious, being playful, never being still? Maybe that is your energy. Or maybe you are the one who's the nurturing, the hen, and then the hen, and then the chicks over there. And maybe you are the one who you are using this time in your life to really reflect and celebrate and get prepared and preparing for your next stage of your life here, or the next challenge or the next adventure. Or maybe you are the little lamb here at the bottom, where you can, here we go, where you are just maybe taking yourself quietly to the side. You are a new lamb, and then maybe you feel that you need to be by yourself. Maybe this is a world which is a little bit frightening for you, and then you take your time. You are taking your time. So we can have all the different conversations, and you see, this is just a very, very short thought, a quick thought about anything. You can use anything to work with the energies and really putting your focus onto and creating a story and start working with the elements. And it's not just that, you see, now I'm looking at it. To be honest, right now I'm quite more concerned about the technicalities, because I really wanted to show you this, but then whether you are able to see it or not. But then really the meaning is that you take a card or you take anything and any object, and you are able to work because you are putting the focus on one characteristics or one point or one image or one color or one, even just a section, how things are organized in your picture. And then you reflect and you pause a little bit and then just see what opens up for you. Maybe a piece of memory is coming forward and then you need to acknowledge that. Maybe a story, maybe a song is being shown to you. So you see, we can use anything. It's not just our psychic oracle cards or our tarot cards, but in fact anything. So Auntie Julia and my cousin Susie in Yorkshire, thanks very much for the card. And then here we go. You see, a psychic medium is making everything work for the purpose. So here we go. But I am going to go to my caller, Juliet in Birmingham. So we are very local. Juliet, how are you?
I'm okay, thanks. Can you hear me?
Oh yes, yes. I'm making my best. Doing my best to hear you. So how can I help you? What shall we do today?
I just want to know basically about my spiritual pathway.
About your past life?
My about my boyfriend.
Oh right, okay. So some different. Okay, a little bit further away. Okay. So about your boyfriend. Okay. Now.
Yeah, I just want to know. When's he going to move?
Okay, so when you are moving, okay. But first of all, when you said the word, if you understand that energetically, the two of you feel slightly bit on a different timeline. I feel that your boyfriend feels a little bit faster. It feels that he really a little bit out of balance, more of a fire energy, a little bit impatient, and really just want to go forward. And as opposed to really dealing with the nitty-gritty things around him, whereas you are there and you are the one who is grounding and holding the space. And then as I'm listening to the conversations, bless you, as I'm listening to you, the two of you, you're having conversations, it feels like you keep on that constant sound, the constant conversation, the constant energy, while he's sometimes not listening, or it's not because he doesn't want to listen, but because he has so many things in his mind. But then what's
right. Yeah, that's right. Because he's been talking about it today, how he has things on his mind, and we've been arguing a lot as well. Like, he's got so many things on his mind, and he wants to move house, and I just want to know when he's going to move.
Yes. Now, what Spirit says that for the two of you to be able to move forward, you need to take a step back, and then what it means practically that you cannot really change your boyfriend's energy, because you can just say whatever you want, but then he's running that energy.
I know that.
Yeah. So the suggestion is that take a step back, let him experience what he needs to experience. And when he's feeling that quieter energy, then we can start a conversation. Even if it feels we need to go back to
square one. We don't live together. He lives on his own, but he's not in a very nice place, in a nice accommodation.
Okay.
And I just wanting to know, basically, if you would get a nice accommodation somewhere anytime soon, move anytime soon, or later here in the UK winter.
Yes, I feel that it's going to be in about 3 or 4 months' time. Right now, the energy is very subtle. That I'm not feeling much movement, to be honest.
Okay.
And there's more going, and suddenly everything is happening at the same time. But then you see how we started this conversation about the conversation between the two of you. So we need to bring the energy together. So how the two of you are communicating.
The other thing, can you see a holiday for us? Because I'm hoping I want to go and see my mom across abroad.
Okay. Now, I feel that the holiday is a little bit later. Usually, I mean, I don't want to say it's summertime, but I feel I need to go a little bit later at the end of the summer and beginning of September.
We thought we'd go around maybe at the end of the year, November, December in England, the time here.
Yes. But how I see the calendar for you, even if we talk about September and October, there is that loop energy, So for you to get there for the September-October trip, it feels like, so whether it is the energy, that trip can be brought forward, so you having the options, or in that sense that keeping your mind open, that yes, I'm thinking about that time, but it can happen earlier. And then if I have an option.
It can happen earlier. You said it can happen between September and October.
Yes, because it feels like I'm going for one day, but I'm bringing it.
Great.
Yes, I'm bringing it forward. What space says that for you, the steps are one step at a time, one chunk. I feel that the holiday, even how you're asking the question, it feels chronological to us. So first of all, sorting out what is happening immediately there, immediately here around you with the move, and with your boyfriend's move, and then the holiday.
And the other thing is, are things going to improve for us in the next couple of months? Are things going to get better?
Can you repeat that for me, please?
Are things going to get better in the next couple of months for us?
Whether he's going to be better?
Yeah, me and him. Are things going to get better?
Yes. I tell you, while I feel it's going to be an easier journey, because this is not the first time that the energies are a little bit out of balance between the two of you, and then how you have moved through and worked your situation out before, then you are going to do the same. And then I feel that this year is about like one building block at a time, and then by the time you get to January, February, March is a much stronger energy, and it's like a working partnership and relationship, so that's a different energy there.
That's good. That's good.
And then, yes. So
right now, don't know if we're supposed to talk about money, but I was supposed to be expecting something in May time, something to do with money. I don't know if you can see anything there for me.
Okay, I would rather say that consider thinking of what you are doing as job or work, and then focusing on the February
time. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. So, and then those things will take care of themselves. It's like one thing at a time.
Okay, that's brilliant.
You also have a grandmother energy or great grandmother on your mother's side who's giving you a big bunch of
red flowers. Yeah,
we need to acknowledge, and then she's jingling the keys. Yes. She's jingling the keys for you here. So I tell you what, Juliet, thanks very much for being here. This was a very, very quick conversation. I've got 60 seconds. Feel free to send an email to me at hello@zsuzannamedium.com so we can, continue the conversation, the reading or the message here for you. So thanks very much for being here. I trust I could help or contribute a little bit. And the rest of you, my lovely listeners, viewers, thanks very much for joining in, and see you in 7 days' time. So here we go. Mr. Dave, thanks very much.